You come to watch basketball and you already know how to play.
We're gonna work on that form though.
Hey, this is Matthew Jennings with Peachjar, and I am here with Coach Watts, representing Watts Basketball. And we are talking about this phenomenal community program that Coach is running here in downtown Seattle. Welcome, thank you so much for taking the time to be with me.
Hey, thank you for taking the time to be with me.
This is awesome. Yeah, you guys are doing great work, and it's been really fun to hang out with the kids this morning and get to see them doing the laps, doing the workouts, shooting hoops. A lot of good camaraderie out there. Really enjoying it. Tell me a little bit about, if you don't mind, your kind of history, where you're from, kind of how you got here, why you started this.
Right. Well, Washington Husky legend. I grew up, I played high school basketball in the state of Washington.
Sweet.
Was the state player of the year. I was born into basketball royalty in
Okay.
the Seattle, Washington area. My father was a Seattle Supersonic. I got so much from the game in the way of confidence, in the way of skills, learning how to advocate for myself, learning how to lift other people up, the greatest basketball players in the world, who a lot of them I've had opportunity to be on the court with. You know, you see Magic Johnson and my dad on the picture over here. I trained with Kobe Bryant. So I've had access to the absolute best, and the best basketball players make people around them better.
Yeah.
So what better tool to teach kids and build character and to help them build confidence in themselves while doing something that they love and have fun with and see themselves grow in. So Game Changers for Life is our mentality, and that goes back into my upbringing. So I just wanted to pay that forward. When my professional career didn't work out like I had hoped it would, I still valued everything I got from the game. So I want to make sure kids have that same luxury.
That's beautiful. How did you come about starting Watts Basketball?
Me and my father, I grew up doing camps with my father, and we would just do them. Slick Watts camp, Slick Watts camp, Slick Watts camp. And then we started a program. I started a program originally called Hoopaholics, which was off of a clothing brand, and with a mentor of mine. I started the Hoopaholics Academy with a teammate of mine in college. And then I went away to play, and when I came back, I was like, let me just do my own thing and do Watts Basketball. I felt like that brand in this community, we've been here for like 50 years now. Not me personally. I'm not that old. I might look like it.
Not yet.
But I'm not that old, but we've been in the community for that long. And so I said, my dad was an NBA Citizen of the Year. Like I said, he was the Man of the Year in Seattle. So I have a really strong legacy here. Why not just build on it?
That's a huge history and heritage. So talk to me a little bit more about how you're creating an environment to create the Game Changers for Life.
Well, like the first day of camp, we talk about like the standard. What's the standard? And the standard is your best effort. And that looks different for every kid. Don't be intimidated because somebody's best effort looks better than your best effort.
That's a beautiful
if you
lesson.
give that best effort all the time, you're gonna improve remarkably and you'll catch up with folks. The next thing that we talk about is celebrating that best effort, acknowledging and celebrating that best effort, and seeing the kids go through a week and get to the point where they're really looking forward to telling somebody else, hey, that's a good job. Hey, you didn't get it that time, but if you stay at it, you will. This is really powerful. This is really powerful. And it's something that you carry on with you. Those habits that you learn in sport, you carry on with you through life. And so that's why we're Game Changers for Life. Starts with the mentality, the mindset, the skill set, right? And the physical tools, having a healthy lifestyle. It's Game Changers for Life.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I've seen that out here on the court, the high-fiving each other, talking to each other through it, rooting each other on, cheering for each other, which is really, really awesome. And that does, you see students that participate in programs like this, just they're more successful in every other aspect of their lives.
Right.
How does a program like this relate to, say, a student's academic journey?
Well, I mean, one of the things that we talk about, we stress on is like, you're not supposed to know everything, right? You're not supposed to be perfect. You're supposed to make mistakes. That's how you learn. And that's the learning process. And oftentimes kids get intimidated by not knowing, by not getting it right on this test. It's like, no, you're not supposed to get everything right? You're supposed to try and then learn from where your mistakes are, fill in those gaps, and then do it again. And so it really is adaptable to the academia. It's really adaptable to your social life.
Yeah.
And it's something that when they embrace challenge, they go on to use that for life. I have 5 kids in my program that went to Yale University.
Wow.
Right, and like like I couldn't have got there. But because of their approach, they aim high, right? And they're not afraid of the challenge, and they're not afraid of the work, and they're not afraid of when they fail. We fail forward here.
Okay, that's amazing. Let me ask you this: at Peachjar, one of our huge areas of focus is making sure that students also receive the social emotional support that they need. How do you see programs like Watts Basketball tie into that social emotional support side of things for kiddos?
It's a huge point of emphasis for us at our program, because we see a lack of that in a lot of the hyper competitive youth sports, right? Like
they can be.
They look at a kid, they judge it by the scoreboard. You won or you lost, and you're judged strictly on your performance. And we want to make sure that our kids understand that that you're supported, right? Like we want them to feel supported and then know how to support each other as well.
Yeah.
And we talk to them about going into their communities, being able to advocate for yourself, which I think is a big part of the social. Hey, that doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel good. Whatever. Say the strongest pressure in the world is peer pressure, right? And so we want our peers, our students coming out of here, applying pressure to be positive influences in their communities.
Beautiful.
And also to understand and know and have the language for when somebody crosses boundaries with them, right? And to be able to advocate for themselves and to be able to understand, like through sports is a very up and down emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
But there's not the same high consequence as certain things in life, but like you can build that resilience, that strength, and that awareness through the game, and we do that intentionally.
How do people find out about your program? What are you doing to get the word out?
WattsBasketball.com is our website. And then of course, at Peachjar. We send flyers out. Peachjar has been a huge support and help for us in our program, and we're looking forward to continuing that partnership.
Yeah, it means a lot to us to be able to partner with organizations like yours and to help you get the word out and help grow your program, because the more strength your program has, the better the community is. We can surround this kind of stuff like this. If we could do this more.
You know what, man? You get it.
Right? If we could do this more, right? We just have a better world.
Yes.
We know for a fact, the science bears out that kids that are plugged in enrichment programs, just like Watts Basketball here, do better in life. They have better test scores, attendance at schools are better, graduation rates are better. They just do better in every other facet of the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Just like you were hinting towards the beginning of our talk about the skills that you took from your professional career followed you forever.
Yeah, forever.
All right, Coach, kind of last question for you. Tips, ideas, any thoughts that you could share, parting words of wisdom with other organizations out there that are also looking to strengthen their programs?
The biggest thing I can say is just share your success stories.
Beautiful.
Share the stories of success that your students are having, and don't be afraid to share the challenges and the struggles that they've overcome. Because a lot of times when you get on social media, it's all just in the highlights, all the makes, but not the bumps in the road that you help people overcome. But the people who are watching often they're dealing with challenges.
Yeah.
Parents are trying to figure out great places to put their kids, that they've maybe been to another place that crushed their confidence a little bit. So make sure you share how a kid, how a student transforms as they come in your program, as you share what it is that you do, because that's the most important part, is the impact that we have, not what we do, but the impact of what we do, how what we do has on kids. So that would be my advice to anybody who has an enrichment program that's looking to get the word out, looking to be more effective at getting the word out.
Sounds like you're talking about just be social, just be real, be authentic.
Yeah, be authentic.
Come as your real self.
Yeah.
All right, so Coach, I think I've got one more for you. I've already taken up so much of your time. I really appreciate this, but can you share anything that comes top of mind, students who've come through the program that have really touched your heart?
Got a lot of success stories, but I think the most touching for me is I'm about to start tearing up. I had a student, Kai Prim, who was in my program as a youngster and was diagnosed with terminal cancer. And I got a phone call from him. And me and his family are close, and so we were in touch. I got a phone call from him. You can hear that he was, on the chemo, he's on drugs and stuff like that. And he's like, Coach, you know how you told me to write down my goals? You taught me to write down my goals and stuff like that? And it's like, yeah, this kid was diagnosed with 6 weeks to live. And he says, well, I wrote down my goals. I said, good, man, that's great. You know, he's like, you know what they are? And I was like, nah, no, you know, what are they? And he's like, to get back in the gym with you. And I just, I lost it.
Yeah, dude, absolutely.
I lost it. And he lived for another 4 years and he got back in the gym with us.
No way.
Now, Kai, the cancer came back and he ended up with brain cancer, and since he's passed. But that's the type of power, the type of impact that you have just trying to do things the right way without even understanding or realizing how that kid is going to utilize these lessons in life. So that's it. That's game changers for life, man.
Dude, I know, man. You're getting me, man. Dude. Hey, thank you for holding the space to share that story, because that's really beautiful. That's why we do what we do. Yeah. That's why we want to support so deeply and sincerely the work that organizations like you are doing. Yeah. Because that changes the life, and it doesn't matter how long that life is. Yeah. That life was changed.
Yes, absolutely.
And as a result, the rest of our lives are changed. I'm changed right now in this moment with you.
It's a blessing, man.
Man, I appreciate it. I appreciate you sharing that with us. Be sure to visit the website. Yeah. I'm gonna sign off here.
All right, for sure.
But yeah, man, appreciate you, Donald. This is awesome. Hopefully you found this helpful. Be sure to like, share, comment for more. Be sure you share out Watt's basketball story. It's a beautiful story. They're doing great, beautiful work here in the community. Let's lift each other up.
Yeah,
that's all we got for now. See you.
See ya.